Hey mama, it's Dana. I'm a sex and relationship coach and author and the founder of Booty Parlor. And today I'm here to talk about what may be holding you back from living your sexiest and most satisfying life as a mom. Now, throughout my years working with women and in what I've experienced through my own journey as a mom of two, I have learned that there are a few common obstacles and challenges that moms face when it comes to feeling alive with desire and passion for themselves and their partner. I like to call these Mojo blocks. You can also think of them as the reasons you're just not feeling all that turned on these days. So let's talk about practicing some self-awareness around these blocks so that you can learn what's keeping you from feeling totally satisfied and change it. Because if I'm honest here, we all like to blame our lack of turn on hormones, right? And sometimes it does have to do with our hormones, especially right after we have our kids or when we're on our cycle. But sometimes our challenges go beyond that. And if we don't really know the roots of the problem, then we can't work to fix it, right? Now, if we're only dealing with hormones, but really it's a combination of hormones, self-confidence, and resentment that's keeping you from feeling turned on, then fixing the hormones isn't gonna do anything but add to your frustration. Do you see where I'm going? So let's dig in and shine a light on what's holding you back, on what you're struggling with, on what you can't seem to bounce back from. And sure, there are hundreds of things that could be holding you back from living your best life as a satisfied mama, but I am gonna talk about the 6 main obstacles I see women suffering from the most. First, let's start with how you feel about your body. And if you're like many moms, it is likely that you see your body in a very different way since you had kids, right? Things look different, they feel different, they seem to be in different places, and you may no longer be in a place of adoring and appreciating your body as a sexy, life-giving miracle, and maybe that's holding you back from fully expressing yourself in the bedroom, right? This is super common. The second Mojo block is what I call feeling stuck in the mom zone. I think you know what I'm talking about. You have become all mom all the time. You've taken on all the responsibilities of motherhood and domestic life, and maybe you're suffocating under the crushing or self-inflicted pressure to do it all perfectly. You might feel overwhelmed or even bored, and you're kind of missing your personal freedom. And you maybe even never realized just how much having freedom actually contributed to you feeling turned on. Being stuck in the mom zone, it's like sensuality has just not been the focus of your maternal experience. And now you're unsure how to nurture the sexiness within you. Next big one that almost every mom can relate to is low libido, right? It feels like since you become a mom, your desire has been on a slow and steady decline. There's lots of reasons for this, of course, from hormonal shifts to sleep deprivation, chronic stress, and physical exhaustion, but the consequence is always the same. You just wonder where your sexual appetite has gone. And maybe it's not the hormones or the exhaustion. Maybe you're all touched out and you want to be left alone. And when your libido is low, you are really missing the basic building blocks of sensuality in your daily life. And you feel physically and mentally drained and sexually uninspired. And this is another super common block. The next Mojo block is resentment. And so many moms talk to me about resentment that they feel towards their partner. They feel unsupported. They feel they do the majority of the childcare and take on most of the domestic responsibilities. They don't get enough help or enough appreciation or acknowledgement for all they do. And let's face it, resentment is the opposite of attraction, right? Nothing kills the desire for sex quite like resentment does. Number 5 on the list is romantic disconnect. That feeling of just being more friends than lovers, more roommates than sexual partners. And since your kids came along, the romantic energy may have changed. And while you're incredible partners in parenting, the routine that keeps your family life running smoothly may have zapped all the spontaneity and chemistry from your relationship. And lastly for today, sometimes what may be blocking you from enjoying your relationship is just unsatisfying sex. Maybe your sex drives have become mismatched since you became parents, or maybe sex became so predictable that you've actually lost all interest. Maybe your desires have changed, but you don't know how to communicate that without sounding critical. And maybe the sex has never been truly satisfying, even before kids. This one can be tricky to admit, but if you name it, you can tame it. So there you go. The 6 main blocks that might be holding you back from creating the sexiest and most satisfying life and relationship. Now, there are lots of other blocks: exhaustion, co-sleeping, conflicting schedules, the list can go on and on, but those are the big ones. And I also want you to understand you're not alone. We all feel something like this. I know I do. And here's the thing, these blocks, you can grow through them. You can smash them and really go on to create the best and satisfying life that you want. So think about it. Think about which of these blocks are holding you back, because when we don't know what's wrong, we can't work to fix it. And if any of these Mojo blocks really seem to resonate with you and what's going on in your life and relationship, then I invite you to check out the accompanying blog post where I'm going to point you to solutions to bust through each one of those blocks. And of course, as always, I want to hear what you think and what's happening in your life. So tell me what your blocks are. Share in the comments about what's holding you back, and let me help you start your journey forward. See you next time.